Hey guys, welcome to this video on probabilities using calculator, or in this case the normal distribution on the TI84 plus CE. These instructions will also work on the TI84 plus as well. It's just I've got the plus CE and the emulator for that, so that's what I'm going to use. So let's look at an example of this. So x is normally distributed with a mean of 40 and a standard deviation of 10. So I've got a mean of 40 and a standard deviation of 10. And what we're going to do is find the probability that x lies somewhere between 37 and 48. And we're also going to illustrate what the answer looks like, so we'll come back to this screen in a moment. So let's look at how we can do this on a calculator. Alright, so I do have to apologise that it looks slightly different to what you'd normally get on a calculator, where it's all just one long thing, or what you'd normally get on an emulator, but this is the best I can do for the TI84 plus CE. What we're going to do is we're going to go second and then DISTR, which stands for distribution. So we're going to go into that and we're going to go normal CDF. We're going to hit enter, and here's where we're going to set our upper and lower bounds and things like that. Now if you remember, this was between 37 and 48. So we're going to put 37, we're going to hit enter, then we're going to put 48, enter. Now we've got to put our mean in, which was 40, again enter, and our standard deviation of 10, enter. Then we're going to go paste. And what this now gives us is what you might see sometimes on a calculator. Now I'm not sure if the TI84 pluses will just do this, but I'm hoping not. What we do then, we hit enter, and this will give us 0.4065, 605, etc., etc. Now, what does this mean? Well, that means that roughly 40.6% or 40.61% of the data lies between 37 and 48. Let's look at how we illustrate this. So the first thing we have to do is draw our normal distribution curve. And mark at our highest point here our mean, which was 40. Now we're going to go between 37 and 48. So let's make this point here 37 and a point over here 48. Now the reason I've chosen to put these where they are is that you're looking at between 37, which is very close to 48, and 48, which is a bit further away. So make them relative. And what we're going to do now is shade that area so we can see what this actually looks like. So for that, I'm going to pick a different colour. Let's pick orange this time. And obviously fill it in a little bit more than what I've done there, but just to quickly show you to shade it. Alright, let's look at another example, because we've got here between 2 points, but what would happen if I say that I want to find the probability that x is greater than 45? How does this look on the calculator? Alright, let's go back to the calculator and have a look. Alright, so back on the calculator, we're going to go back into second dist R down to normal CDF, but this time we're told that we want to find it above 45. So we're going to set our lower as being 45, and then our upper, we're going to set the maximum that the calculators can display, which is 1 by 10 to the power of 99. And again, our mean and our standard deviation were the same, so I'm going to paste this. And you'll notice that here it's 1, 10, 99. Enter, and that gives us 0.385 or 30.85%. So let's again shade this and see what it looks like. Let's draw another set of another normal distribution curve. And again, we've got our mean, which we know as 40, and this time we want to find greater than 45. So let's make this part here 45, and let's pick a different color. Let's go purple, and because it's greater than 45, we're going to shade in this area here. Right, the final one we're going to look at is the probability that x is less than 26. And let's see what this equals. Alright, so again, second dist r down to normal CDF, and this time we're going to put in minus 1 second log, which will give us our 10 again, and 99. Enter, and our upper limit this time was 26. So this tells us from basically minus 1 by 10 to the power of 99 up to 26, which in terms of what our calculators can do, this minus 1 to the power of 99, or 1 to the power 1 by 10 to the power of 99 is as close as we can get to infinity. Again, we can just leave the mean and standard deviation as 40, paste that, and this will give us our answer of 0.080765. Right, let's go back, illustrate it, and that's basically it for using a calculator to do this. Alright, so I've already drawn the curve in. I've just left the 26 there, made the 26. Now, it's worth noting that really you should be looking at a curve of the normal distribution and sort of how it's spaced out. You'll notice that the spacings between the mean and one standard deviation is the same between that first standard mean plus one standard deviation and the mean plus two standard deviations. So the spacings of them are actually the same, and we'll talk about this a bit in class. So try and, when you're illustrating it, try and follow that pattern. It just makes it look just a little bit better. And finally, let's pick blue, and I'm going to shade in this area here, which shows the probability that x is going to be less than 26, which is 8.08%. So that's really it for how to do these on a calculator. It's not overly difficult. You just got to make sure that you're in the right mode. That is using normal CDF, not normal PDF, and because it's continuous versus discrete. If you've got any questions, just ask. If you want me to go through it with you guys individually, I'm more than happy to do that. So that's it for this video. As always, if you've got any feedback, please let me know. And thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.